And we're live.
Hey. Hello, everybody.
Why was that the intro voice you chose?
Because I wanted to. Did you change the name of the stream?
No, I didn't. Give me a hot
moment.
moment.
Koden?
Update.
It's not such a stream anymore.
It literally took me like 2 seconds. We're good.
Session
2 seconds too long.
3.5.
3.5. We're getting into 0.5s. Man, that's too many numbers for me.
We can call it session 4 question mark.
I'm okay. I'm okay with special characters. I'm okay with special characters.
This is just like immediately after literally the day after our previous session for double D&D, but I'm gonna be honest, in the midst of writing for plot reasons, I forgot to write up the intro. So would anybody like to describe what happened last session?
Oh boy. I gotta
Koden, not you.
I beat up 2 skeletons with each other's body parts, and then people that are good buried those people. They said Ava, and we took a ride to town where we were informed that everybody, like, shit's fucked and on fire. And then everybody should fuck. And then we got some takeout, and we learned some plot stuff. And then we met Reese and Carbuncle.
The best characters.
Characters. That's pretty much it. Well, we kind of met the guard too, and Duggan ran off to get their attention. But other than that, we like got a whisper of that character.
A little bit. I'm sorry. When you started, I told you to shut up because you do enough around here.
Oh, okay. That sounded sadder, but I do appreciate it.
It is affectionate.
Yes.
So when we did leave our last, when we left our,
you can do it. Take a breath.
I'm rebooting the system. So when we last left the survivors, they had just been ambushed by a group. Sorry, they've just been ambushed by a group of skeletons, revived in the same manner as the original like undead horde that attacked Tippet Pass did. Though, namely, now that she had the time to analyze and get more up close, and in fact, exact a sort of vengeance against these bony boys, you did notice a few key details. Is that in each of their eye sockets, their empty skeletal eye sockets, was wispy, like blue smoke, kind of like a mix between smoke and flame. This necromantic energy that was resting in each of their eye sockets, and then threads, small, almost invisible, that like just barely trace out from those eyes that were leading them into like battle, kind of like they were being pulled by strings, a little bit resembling puppets. The squad had absolutely destroyed these motherfuckers. Like, only one character took damage, that being Audra, and it didn't last long, considering Audra then ripped a skeleton's spine out and used it to destroy another one. Like, just straight smacked that shit.
We here all week.
It was a fight that raised our confidence, and then immediately we all regretted because now we're gonna get our asses beat next time.
Yeah, hopefully next time it won't be so easy.
You think that, Koden, until it actually happens.
I'm just gonna just make it my goal to try and do the most ridiculous kill shots as much as possible.
Fantastic.
With permission, of course.
I do have to say, impressive call by Maya was Scorching Ray transmuting the damage of Scorching Ray to bludgeoning damage to insta-kill 3 skeletons all at once, and then and then just fucked off for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, she just started casually walking towards Audra.
Yep. It was quite incredible. Tybalt didn't even get involved in the fight at all. He sent his Eldritch Cannon, manned by the great little living bag of holding Henry, which Henry dealt the final blow on the last skeleton, who only had 1 HP left. 2 of the skeletons, as they died, the wisps of magic escaping from their skulls whispered out the name Ava. Later on, Maya Fiddlestone did a little bit digging back through knowledge to remember that there was a councilwoman of the Circean Tribunal who was elected into her position 3 months ago. And her name is, she's a water genasi, and her name is Ava Waterweave. Because I wasn't prepared with enough information for you last time, and that's my fault. And this is a possible lead into why these skeletons are saying such strange things that you aren't sure how. You're making your way to Gildergleam. The group did a full stop at the big city, officially making it to the merchant paradise of Gildergleam. Quite in disarray, turns out. Many skeletons piled up onto bodies of this undead disposal cart as they are recovering from a combat that happened 3 days ago, which you realize is about the same night as the night that Tippet Pass got destroyed.
Lovely.
So, while Gildergleam is recovering from this, you met, you saw Ajma Balethorn, the captain of the Guard, the Alliance military here in Gildergleam. You guys chilled out for a moment, got some takeout lunch, and you met with a strange playboy bachelor by the name of Fries Vestaborn, who is among one of the 4 major merchant houses. And as Ryan said, has a little goblin butler named Carbuncle, who is the best character in the game.
He really fucking. They.
I
can't believe I misgendered my own number. Why not? Fuck.
You're problematic, Koden. You're problematic.
I have a gun prepared every single time that you fail.
Put a misgender the goblin counter in the corner.
I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna take out another toe.
Oh, my toes. That's just cruel.
My fucking toes.
Wait, you guys have all of your toes?
So
We never. We know you don't have any.
You guys briefly spoke with Fries Vestaborn, who seemed to be very aloof and jokey, and he, yet at the same time, Carbuncle was laser focused in and even examining you guys, each one of you, as Fries interacted and talked with you all. Maya offered a small little lighter, I believe a magical fantasy version of a Zippo.
Essentially, but it was it's a flip lighter, because I can make little clockwork or little devices that can be powered for up to 24 hours. So he can use that lighter for 24 hours worth of use.
He's gonna smoke shit with it.
I can't. Yeah.
Cool. You could also light candles or torches or whatever he needs.
He
It's also just pretty.
It is pretty. Eventually, Carbuncle signaled to Freeze that they had to be somewhere. And Freeze nodded and gave a parting wave to you all, saying that he hopes to see you again sometime.
Ooh.
Not.
Yeah, and we ended with Tybalt saying, "I fucking hope not."
I fucking hope not.
So, at this moment, you guys are fresh off of the conversation with Mr. Vestaborn.
Is he out of earshot? Is he out of earshot?
Yeah, he's walked far past earshot, including the guards and Carbuncle.
I lean over to Tybalt and I say, "No, I'll know where he is at all times."
What were the words that you? Sorry, this is me Koden. What the fuck?
Now I will know where he is at all times. Is what she whispered to Tybalt.
You gave him a fucking tracker?
Well, no, I didn't, but I want Tybalt to believe that I did.
What?
I love that.
Oh, I fucking love that.
I'm gonna keep my eye on you. Because he's remembering that they also gave Henry an arcane focus.
No, Henry got a tracker.
Well, I don't want you to trust me just yet. You just met me.
You'd be lucky if I do. Honestly.
You're a bright man. I won't deny that.
I know.
He's got confidence, but he's got the talk and walk behind it.
Straight facts.
Yeah, Maya ain't no fool. She knows you're smart.
So what are you guys doing with your downtime?
I mean, well, Jack, you already know what I'm doing with my downtime.
All right, so let's go over to that.
Okay.
Vuras.
Yes.
I'm assuming that you're under the shade of one of the it's midday, so there's plenty of light in the. It's like just past lunchtime, so there's plenty of light in the day still. But I am assuming you're kind of like sitting close to the convoy, kind of in your own little private corner.
Yeah, a little bit. I think that like he's not like off the path, not off the path, like not out of the group, but he is kind of like by himself.
He's roguing it up. He's brooding.
He's not brooding,
just
but yes.
in location wise, you know,
Yeah.
like he's the guy that's taking up the corner in the tavern or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, you get it.
So, describe what he is doing.
Okay, so he is right now. He has his main kind of adventuring journal open. It's kind of going through it, making sure that that first night, all the information that he scribbled down when they were getting out of town is a little messy. So I think he's trying to like rewrite that on the page right next to it, so that he can read his own handwriting and organize it a little better. But after he kind of like gets everything sorted out and figured out, he gives a glance around and then he pulls out his second journal from the inside pocket of his jacket.
you produce a second journal.
It looks the exact same.
And they look the exact same.
I think so. Yeah, I think they the only real difference that could be a big hint is, you know how diaries in like the 2000s had the little like lock on the latch?
Does this journal have a locked latch?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So you pull out the locked journal.
Yeah,
I assume you have the lock.
I would hope so.
Yes.
Yeah, he pulls out the lock from the same pocket. He kind of unlocks it and he opens it up.
The journal is completely blank.
He's relieved.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. If it wasn't, he'd be panicking a little bit. He, with his other journal open, he takes it and he kind of, in simple sentences, he writes down kind of the gist of what has happened. He writes down what happened in Tybalt Pass.
Do you start with your full name?
Yes, of course. He did.
Okay.
It's so ingrained in him to start with his full name that it's not even something he thinks of. It's a subconscious kind of, like, even in his regular journal, he he writes his full name in the corner just out of habit.
Mm-hmm.
He writes his full name, and once he writes his full name and his request to report vital information, because he imagined this as vital.
On the other page of this journal, you see ink starts to appear, without the assistance of any pen to the paper, and you see a response starting with Celadine Gardner. Report received. Await further instruction.
Okay. He gives a sigh and okay. And as soon as it was opened and he wrote it all out, he then proceeds to close it, lock it back up, and put it back in his pocket.
Alright. So you finish your report?
Yeah, I finish up my report. For you, the DM, what really was in the report itself was just
the events of the second sessions about?
Yeah, just about. And then I think he does bring up the fact that the skeletons attacked, and the main concerns with that is that he put down and kind of emphasized was that they came from a few miles away from where they were, and that whoever it is, he doesn't know what it is, but the name Ava seems important in some way. So he keeps that written down, and that's kind of just what he sends in his report.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay.
So, in the meantime, what is everybody else doing? We can, whoever feels like speaking up.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is that a library?
There's the library. It's pretty deep into Gildergleam. Probably like midway between the outer sections with all the battlements and the sort of border and the central governing building. So you would need to like maybe get a inner city carriage ride to the library. It is a very big stockpile, archives level library in Gildergleam, though. Though you could probably find many other bookstores around the same area. It's just that they tend to not be around the outskirts.
That is okay. If I have to go into the city, I will. Yeah, I guess I'll ask our illustrious Miss Audra, or Audra.
Yeah, I have no gender.
Yeah, I was just like, Miss doesn't seem appropriate. Illustrious Audra, there we go. To go with us.
You're going into the city?
Yeah. Would you like to go with me?
I would.
You know, with that long pause, that long ominous pause, something makes me think you have a secret plan that you're not going to tell me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know you're going to.
It's not like you can read my expression, so...
Voice tells a lot more about a person than you think.
Perhaps I should stop talking.
I don't know. I like talking to you. Why I go Australian there for a second? Holy shit.
I will keep that in mind. Next time you tell me to shut up.
Alright, I'll buy you some food today too.
Well, sold. And I will follow behind.
So,
Like a weird watchdog.
the carriage rides through the city are a copper piece each.
I'll pay. And do you have change for a gold?
They make change.
Okay.
I won't force you to like roleplay out breaking a gold piece up into copper.
God, yeah.
It's okay. I have 99 cents now. Alright, there we go.
All right, so taking the carriage through Gildergleam, you start to you see the more like plausibly deniable areas of the city where some like many people are just kind of ignoring that a disaster struck not too recently, not too long ago, and fewer and fewer refugees you see in this area of the city, because it's like long walk in for what they probably can't even grab. The carriage ride eventually does take you around to the archival district of Gildergleam, which includes Gildergleam's official archives, the like a very big library, as well as a great many bookstores in the surrounding area that like officially hand you out like sell you books, while the library's requirement is only renting.
We are going to go around to the bookstores first. Audra, I'm going to say this with the utmost respect. Can you read? Because I know little to shite about you. I think Ryan's having a small headache.
I didn't realize I was muted.
Oh.
I was talking the whole time.
Oh no.
No, welcome back. Hello. You pulled a me. It's okay.
Yeah, I sure did. What the fuck kind of question is that?
It's a question. Listen, I would not judge you if you could not read. I just wanted to know if you have interest in books.
I can read. I am fine going to the library. I will. Or the bookstores.
No. Well, the bookstores. I was going to since the library is only going to rent us books, and I figured, we're probably going to be here for a while. Might as well grab some entertainment while we sit and wait. So I wanted to get you a book that you'd like. You've accompanied me this far. It's the least I can do.
That sounds fine. Sure. You know what? I'll even let you pick. You can pick out the book.
That is very dangerous. But alright. Hope you're into novels.
Haven't had a chance to read the book in quite some time, so make it a good one.
I got one in mind.
So eventually you do run across come into a bookstore, the Timeless Tome.
Oh,
it is
that's dope.
It is a very quaint little like bookstore with a very impressive stockpile.
Hold on, I'm looking at something real quick.
There's a great many, not a great many, a casual number of quiet patrons perusing the books about this time of day. It's got a little reading area in the back for books you want to try out. If you're just taking a look at, it's got all sorts of things. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
I actually am looking for something. DM, I have a question about my dad.
Okay.
Would he have published any of his journals?
Because
me and my dad were very public knowledge people.
Yeah. I'm going to say that a great many of his journals were published, but there was one that was left unfinished. His last one.
I have that one.
All right. Everything else that he is ever finished has gone into public domain. He still gets like royalties off of the books, but he wants it to be public knowledge.
Yeah, my mom's getting those royalties right now.
She makes good.
She makes good. Oh, she is well taken care of.
Mm-hmm. So you're looking for some of your dad's memoirs?
I'm looking for some of my dad's memoirs because I like to think that Maya, when she was younger, she had her dad read from his journals of like his discoveries and stuff of all the old stuff that he found.
All right. Roll me an investigation check.
Amazing. Thank you. 1 second. Where's my fucking... There they are. Ah. There we go. Alright. Investigation.
Yes.
That's a natural 20.
Damn.
Wow. You sift through the stockpiles of books, and then you find the complete collection, a full pressed collection of your father's of your father's like entire bookography. Is that the word? Bibliography is a different thing.
I think it's called a... Hold on.
I'm pretty sure bibliography sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, bibliography is like his whole life.
Because a discography is a full, like, all the albums or songs that a person has made, so...
I'm just making sure, because bibliography is the thing you put at the end of a project to prove to your...
Biography.
Biography?
Biography?
You find a collection of pretty much all of his books, including the couple ones for children that he wrote.
How much for the whole fucking set?
For the whole fucking set, that would probably cost you. I'm gonna say like 3 gold.
I will pay 3 gold,
including a majority of all of his his archaeological discoveries, his theories on ancient life in Rathia before officially recorded history, alternate theories about the Immortal War, something that he kind of got some flack over because a lot of people are like, we can't pretend to know what happened here, and he's like, well, that's the point of theories.
Oh god.
My dad got in a lot of fights.
Yeah, so people are like, you're a conspiracy theorist, and he's like, that's the point.
That's the point.
We need to make theories. And then you find a bunch of his entire series of kids books, which are titled Fiddlestone Finds a Stone. and it's about his geological exploits, but for kids. So it's like baby's first science book.
I love it. I'm gonna give this one specifically to Audra.
If you give me a kid's book, I'm going to punt you across this room.
Oh my god, that's so fucking.
She starts to hold it towards you, and then she puts it back in the. Well, I guess that would be a lot of books.
You are a tiny woman. I can do it.
Yeah, you probably could.
So, you were given. Maya gives you a couple books by a man named Jonah Fiddlestone.
Have you told Audrey your last name? I'm assuming that you have at some point.
At this point, she assumes it's safe.
Oh, okay, cool. This is your family? Are you related?
All my dad's findings are in those books. And he's eccentric, but the writing will keep you engaged at least.
That's where you get it from, then.
Yeah.
And I just kind of motion to all of you.
She gestures to Explorer's outfit and nods.
All right.
Historian.
Yeah. Is that the bookkeeper?
Yeah, actually, and you know what? That was just me making a joke, but you do see a large half-orc man with like a comically small pair of glasses on his nose. He is he's looking at you like as you bring this entire collection of books to his to the checkout to like actually pay for it. He is like, my, this is this is unique. You're buying out the entire stock of our Fiddlestone books.
Well, I left my old collection at home, and it's a bit of a walk, so I decided.
So you would buy out all of the local copies?
I mean, this is my dad's stuff.
His eyes widen. He points at the book. Jonah Fiddlestone?
Jonah Fiddlestone is my father, yeah.
Controversial archaeologist, historian, and theologist?
That's me, and also my father.
Wow.
Humble she is.
A pleasure to meet you. I never thought I would meet the child of a well-respected scholar. Well, mildly respected scholar.
It's alright. You can call him a bloody madman. He doesn't care, and neither do I.
I wouldn't say a bloody madman. This world requires people like Fiddlestone to challenge the common existing ideas, otherwise our progress would be stagnated.
You keep inflating my ego like that, I'm gonna like this place.
I would appreciate return customers.
Absolutely, you've definitely made a friend. What's your name, sir?
Fuck! 1 second.
That's an interesting name.
I was gonna say, damn.
1 second.
God.
I'm sorry, Jack, to make you make up NPCs on the spot.
Are curse words common
I was so
around here?
I was so ready to accept that was his actual name. I was just like, I guess that would be a half-orc name, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. It's so
Very
funny.
aggressive.
Oh my god, all of these names suck. Gobar. Bronze.
I'm a big fan of fuck.
Zotl. Gar. This one gave me Gar Zorgar.
Hey, if he's a half-orc,
Holy shit! Holy shit! It hits me with like Gar, gun, blah 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 blah, and then suddenly I got this fucking kick-ass name, Grimslade.
Oh my god, Grimslade.
That doesn't seem like a bookkeeper's name, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
I'm gonna put that in my back pocket for an assassin.
I love
Damn,
that.
that's a really good name.
The edgiest bitch.
Puck is talking in the chat. Just please let his name just be Grimsblade. It's his full name.
It's just Grimsblade.
It's not Grimsblade, it's Grimslade.
That's actually really
Same
cool.
difference.
Oh my god.
The pedophile DC character.
Oh
It's
no.
fuck, but it's spelled like Fueck.
He extends a hand. He says, "Name is Lug."
Oh man.
Pleasure to meet you, Luke.
His
She
name is fuck.
shakes his hand, and she uses both hands because she's exceptionally weak.
And he is very big.
I'm sorry that I keep giggling, but Puck just continues to scream. Please let his name be Puck.
He introduces himself as Lug. You hear from another part of the bookstore a snarky patron who comes by pretty often and says, "You making new friends, Lugie?" And he's like, "Please do not call me that."
Oh no. Loogie.
Is that guy near me?
He's across the bookstore. But which isn't very far, to be honest. It's like 20 feet.
She twitches a little bit when he says that. And she's like, alright. It's alright. I just, it's fine. I appreciate your bookstore. Timeless Tome. Very nice place. I appreciate it. We're gonna be in town for a few days. We just came from Tippet Pass.
Oh, wasn't that... I thought I heard...
That it got fucking destroyed by a necro.
It got burned down. A lot of the people escaped, though.
Oh, that's so relieving to hear. I heard that a number of nearby towns have been destroyed. I wasn't sure if I heard right that it was one of them was Tippet Pass. Hopefully, this whole undead scourge thing will blow over quickly. Whatever happened will stop, right?
I mean, somebody's got to do something about it. It's not just gonna go away. There's not really records of mass undead horrors being raised without somebody doing it.
That's quite true. Well, at least the tribunal should be getting on that as soon as possible. This is definitely not a problem they can ignore.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to become their problem a lot sooner than they think. Because it attacked this city 3 days ago. It also attacked Tippet Pass 3 days ago. Which means they were attacked at the...
Around the same time.
Yeah, in two very different places. So it might be more than one person.
It might be.
And could you spell this man's name one more time?
What was that?
What's this character's name one more time?
Lug.
How do I spell it? Lug.
Oh.
Is it Lou and then a G?
No.
Oh.
It's Luhg.
Oh, okay. I can.
That. Interesting.
Okay.
Bucket.
Pissed. And fellow historian. She whips out her journal and writes this down, actually.
Well, we have a Lou fan, apparently. Puck is his #1 fan.
Well, here's the thing. I'm actually literally writing everything down I come across. Because one problem I've had... Oh, wait, you're not here. Why am I talking to you? Never mind.
I'm saying that Puck is losing it in
Peanut
chat.
gallery! Alright, go ahead and continue whenever you're ready.
Yes, give me 1 second. I am purging bots.
Goodbye, bots. Die.
I think there's a bot. Its name is Sewer Dragon Queen.
I'm a fan of.
Yeah, get this motherfucker out.
Oh look, it's using that weird
First name is
sexual
Fuck, his
word.
middle name is Luke. Sorry, I didn't know that you were posting shit in the chat. I've been focusing on the game.
You're good.
All right, so from the bookstore, was there anything else you were planning to do downtown?
I bought all of those, but I'm also I'm just gonna giggle to myself as I also sneak in a smut novel to sneak into Audra's bag.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes. I love that. Thank you.
You sneak in a smut novel into the pile of books you're buying? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Well, after Audra's got all the books, I buy that one. Well, after I ask her to wait by the door.
Luke.
Yeah, I would wander around to look at the books and stuff. So you can absolutely do that.
Luke keeps it low key for you.
Is it one of those almost airbrushed looking awful smut novels that 40-year-old mothers come in and buy at Barnes and Noble?
Now I have to write this book. I'm thinking about it. I'm just looking at
5 Shades of Blue.
It can be whatever you want it to be.
It's it looks like a cover of a an older grizzled pirate man, but in the back he's standing by an ocean shore, and in his reflection it's a silver dragon, and he's standing in front of a lady.
Oh, that's fucking good.
Thank you.
That's fucking great.
And it's called Bahamut's Embrace.
Oh god!
Oh
no!
My god!
No, I can't. Oh god! And considering the fucking lore of this world.
I hope it's a series that Audra just really gets into, and they have to try and find out if there's more books just quietly.
Imagine if you picked up a book that was Jesus Loves You, and it's a suggestive romance novel.
That's exactly
Jesus
what this
really loves
is.
you.
This is the blaspheming the platinum dragon.
Oh my god!
I don't think he gives a shit.
He doesn't give a shit.
Actually, it's not
really
Bahamut
funny.
because it's a silver dragon.
It is.
Yeah.
It's not actually Bahamut. It's a priest.
It's a priest
It's
of
a priest
Bahamut.
romance novel.
Oh god!
Okay.
Oh god!
I'm in. Sexy priest. Sexy priest.
who also used to be a pirate.
Oh my god!
Well, there's a lot to
Can you imagine
this.
the
Okay.
fucking
There's a lot to this. I'm writing this book now.
This is a true story. I would fucking lose it.
Based on a true story.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
All right.
Anyway.
So
I've done
I'm
enough
taking a look around the downtown bookstores. Was there anything else you? Sorry, I know I asked, but I already
No,
forgot
I'm done.
because I
I'm
got
done
wrapped
now.
up into
You're
Bahamut
good.
embrace.
You're good. I'm good.
Putting it in my inventory.
Please do.
Thank you.
I want this to
I should
be
probably
a
write down that I have my
recurring-
dad's collection.
Oh my god.
So are you guys done here?
I mean,
I'm
I'm
done.
going wherever Maya's going, so.
I'm gonna
Fair
get her
enough.
food today as well. So
Tybalt, what are you up to in the meantime?
So you remember that the shop that I had thought about? What am I going to? I'm gonna go to there. The artificer shop. Maybe see if I can get some parts better than scrap.
Oh, so I see you're too good for his scrap.
Damn.
Oh no. Well, considering after the silver stuff, the one scrap that I actually want is the crystal. I can't afford that.
Yeah. It is rather pricey.
For scrap, yes, definitely.
But it is also just a crystal.
But it's not scrap. Yeah, exactly. It's like a magic crystal or a crystal capable of holding magic. As far as you could tell.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take Henry and just kind of take the fare and go there. See what's up.
All right, so you're heading to a more upscale artificer shop that you could find.
Yeah, it's more artificery rather than just a straight scrap shop.
All right. So you do find probably the most official looking one possible is this pretty large, clearly this person, the person who set up this shop is a native born of Avitas, where they kind of grew under artificery most of their life. There is a giant decal of a wrench, and it is the name of the store is plastered inside this wrench, and it's called the Wrench. It is more like an open garage filled with parts for different kinds of I would say bullshit, potential war machines or pulley systems to create strange Rube Goldberg nonsense. There is a young Genasi woman of the fire variety, and she is currently zooming around very scatterbrained, picking up other items and shit, as she's being directed by a man that is sitting cross-legged on a metal pedestal, who has a comically huge beard and he's not a Genasi, but it's his hair is sticking up like it's fire, and or electricity going through his scalp. Every hair is standing on end, and he's got his arms crossed as he is instructing his apprentice to do all sorts of bullshit for him. And as you approach, he holds up one hand, and the apprentice stops, and she starts breathing really heavily.
What the
And then he goes, "Good work. Go on break." And she wanders into the the back area of the store. Most of the store is outside. Howdy, customer. What can I do for you?
Did I get to see what he was having her do?
She was basically constructing. She was constructing something on the fly, like he is telling her what parts to get, and it was kind of like an improv exercise where he was telling her to grab that part and basically figure out a way to make it function with this part. And when you look down, it is currently a half-functioning mortar cannon, as far as you know.
Damn.
By half-functioning, I would say don't try it out.
How long has she been here? How long has she been doing this?
About a year and a half.
I want to pick up the mortar cannon, and I want to or not pick it up, or just examine it, because touching things is not good. I want to see if there's anything I could maybe do to kind of improve it, just by looking at it.
Roll me intelligence. By the way, this guy, very, very big. He looks kind of human, but you could probably tell that the genes in him that is making him so so big and beefy is either Goliath or Dwarven, though he has height to him.
I respect it. How does a dirty 20 sound?
Damn.
Dirty 20 sounds pretty good. You figure that the chamber at the bottom of the cannon that would cause the explosion. It is very well constructed, especially out of random parts and scraps. But it would require a couple more adjustments to get it fully functioning and reliable. And then there's the half of the barrel that's missing. The other half being constructed out of makeshift tubing and such.
Okay.
But you can probably you already know what in this surrounding area you could fit onto this thing to make it a fully functioning cannon.
Is she gonna come back to this?
He nods.
May I give this a go? I would like to test my hand. I'm a new artificer. Trying to get my bearings. Just, you look like you've had many years of experience.
About 50.
Was right to assume so. But would you care if I give this little challenge a go?
No fire and explosives off.
That's the deal. And he puts out his hand.
He shakes your hand.
Cool. So I kind of want to make an EMP.
So, Dani?
Yeah?
With the items you currently have around you, you can't summon lightning. You would require specialty equipment to condense lightning. You are in the medieval ages. Not literally, not one for one. This is fantasy, and it has a little bit of a steampunk flair to allow you to exist, your character to exist. But at the moment, it's going to take a little bit more effort to put lightning in a fucking bottle.
Hey, real fast, what's an EMP?
Electromagnetic pulse.
Oh my god.
It's the thing in every sci-fi series that's that kills robots and destroys computers.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll
By the way, are you trying to create a magic nullifier or something?
that would be like the equivalence. Like, and like it's just a small range. Like a little like the item itself would be able to fit within like 3 inches. And then the whole the area like is like maybe a foot in diameter, the area that it covers in nullification.
You want a 1 foot length spark of like magic nullification.
Basically.
All right, you could probably put this up against a magical item of like common rarity and break it, or cease the function of a magical item of uncommon or greater for a a certain amount of time. Doing this is going to require parts from your previously constructed project, because I fucking told you can only have one of these at a time. By the way, yeah. I'm not like legit mad, as in like I'm mad like a father would be.
I'm disappointed.
I'm disappointed that you would take advantage of the rule of cool so hard. But like I said, you can only have one of these non. I
believe we warned you last session that this was going to happen.
I knew that. I knew this going into this.
You did. Okay, so you would need to take apart. You would need essential parts from your previous project to create this one.
Okay, that's fine. I put it on. I smash it.
You fucking. You smash.
Roll me. Shut up. Roll me percentile dice.
Oh, percentile. That's a 64.
Oh my god, you're 3 fucking off.
Shut up! There was a 10% chance this would explode, and you're lucky.
Where was it like high or low? 10% chance. I'm just curious.
If you had gotten 10 or lower on the percentile dice, it would have exploded.
No, I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, that's how the horn of blasting works.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. So I make it. I want to make it.
Okay, you're going to need probably the most of your afternoon to create this strange nullifier, like short range nullifier. So you essentially take her place in grabbing scraps from around the artificer shop and creating this project.
Hell yeah.
When you're done, he the artificer at the center of the garage holds a hand out to check it out.
I put it in his hand.
He examines it. He raises one bushy eyebrow, and then he hands it back to you, and then he says, "Well, the cost of parts she took from me would be about 3 gold.
All right.
Otherwise, I'm keeping this."
I put 3 gold down.
He takes the 3 gold. He says, "I'd offer your position, but I know the girl's father, and he would be very mad if I replaced her."
Oh shit!
That's quite all right. How
what?
should I put this? Positive reinforcement is always nice. Just a suggestion.
He nods his head pensively. I'm just trying to show her that machinery can be as cold and hard as it feels. But metaphorically.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
I understand more than you think. But telling her she did good every once in a while wouldn't help. Wouldn't hurt.
Wouldn't help.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. Shut up, Koden.
Shut up.
You're
Shut
not in
up,
this
Coden.
episode. You're not in this episode.
He nods. And he goes, well, what she did make was impressive.
I agree. Was it actually impressive, Jack?
For your standards, being able to create a like, I would say 1/2 of a full, like, mortar cannon out of essentially random things that she was told to grab on the fly is very impressive.
Fuck yeah.
Like, imagine if somebody was like, I need you to construct a car, go, grab that, and then they have to do that. They have to do exactly what you say. It's like,
hell yeah.
right then and there. So yeah, it was rather impressive, and it did seem to stress her out a lot.
Well, when she gets back, tell her that. I am off to go do other things.
He gives you a thumbs up.
Huzzah!
He waves.
I leave. I go back to. I'm on my way back to the wagon.
All right. So, where are you guys going to be staying for the night? I forgot to loop Peter.
You did. It's been dead silent this entire fucking time.
It's been dead silent for a while.
Damn. Sorry, watchers.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry. You guys can deal with the silence as we do.
That's rude.
All right. So, where do you guys stay for the night? Are you going to stick with a convoy or go into town to, like, rent out an inn?
Well, I'm assuming after our little thing at the bookstore, Maya would head back to the carts because that's where she knows she's somewhat safe.
Yeah, I was gonna say
She doesn't entirely trust the city yet.
Yeah. Like, I kind of just figured we were all staying with the convoy. But that.
All right. So your team sticks with convoy, though. I'm not sure. I'm assuming Audra sticks with Maya.
That'd probably slow us down a little bit, though. Like, just asking to stop and look at stuff. But other than that, no, I just follow.
That's fair. Tybalt, are you planning on, like, separating, or are you sticking with the convoy?
I'm gonna stick with the convoy because I am kind of intrigued by the new creation that I have made.
I was fully expecting you to say, I'm gonna rent an inn, actually.
All right. So, the night comes. The guards, like, there are guards stationed at every battlement surrounding Gildergleam. In fact, you see a number of guards and such that appear to be part of the patrols that you suspected earlier, are returning like as hurriedly as they can to Gildergleam as time goes on. It seems that Ajma is pulling back as you might have suspected. This does mean that Gildergleam is much more prepared for a, like, secondary attack, because now they've replenished their their soldiers that they lost during the initial fight.
Yeah. Is anything gonna happen during the night, or I'm only asking because if not, in the middle of the night when it's a little bit, safer, I'm gonna open up my other journal and see if I got any instructions or not, like if they got back or not.
All right, so you open up your journal, and you see a message from the previous agent you contacted, Celadine Gardner, and it says Vuras Dracoshari.
Is she
At the moment.
I thought you were like waiting for like I didn't know if you
Sorry. No, I was thinking for a sec. Vuras Dracoshari. Higher ups are in meetings. Please stay on standby. Fight back against undead horde, if possible. Keep safe. Basically, she's telling you like your higher ups are currently debating with each other about this situation.
Yeah.
Likely. And because technically undead do not fall under their purview, but this is an issue they need to address. But at the moment, it's like standing orders to like basically like be like, this is a problem. If you have any way of fighting back against it, please do as you see fit. Giving you, I would say, freedom in what you choose to do next until you get new orders.
Alright. I think he just writes back, Vuras Dracoshari, understood. Or something along those lines of like, alright, I get it.
Mm-hmm. Confirmation.
Yeah.
Alright, so the night passes by calmly for a majority of you. Audra?
Yes.
You are drifting off to sleep, however you do so. Whether inside the wagon or not. Up to you. I assume your face remains covered, though.
Yeah, I would probably set up in the wagon, just kind of lean against the back of it, and kind of tip my hat a little bit as I lean back, so I'm able to lean my head on it.
You are sleeping, like, rather soundly. How would you say a normal dream that Audra is used to would look like?
Guess it depends. I think recently it's probably been either like of home or the monastery, or just like what they've been seeing, like the forests and stuff around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's
been I did mean
anything
recently though. So yeah.
Yeah.
So you're kind of dreaming that you're walking through the monastery. And its halls just appear like weirdly endless, and it doesn't really strike you as a problem. Really, it's kind of just a strange dream quirk. You're going around, you see that some of the other monastery monks are sitting down for food, and your mentor is waiting for you with like a staff in his hand, his really like long, oversized staff. And you kind of just understand from this dream that he is about to test you, and so you start to like do combat with him in this kind of strange, like sluggish way. Like, you know how when you try to run from anything in a dream, it's like you're moving through molasses? Yeah. That it's like that, but like in the middle of the fight. And as you're doing this, suddenly like the image of his face just seems to dissipate into like a white smoke, the body starts to become formless. It's now like you're just fighting a cloud with a stick that's smacking you in the head. And
Great.
as you start to like, you just kind of accept that this is reality at the moment. Like you aren't particularly lucid dreaming, but for a moment, the whacks stop. You're no longer being smacked on the head, and you're looking around the monastery, and you see that the rest of the people, like, who are sitting down and eating food, have also dissipated into this white smoke. The bowls that they were once eating from, like, on the ground, seem to, like, they're no longer carrying food, but what they are holding inside of them appears to just be a mass of eggs. Not eating eggs, or at least as far as you know, but insectoid eggs, like this clump of eggs meant to be a like full army of insects. And you start to like realize that's not right. That's weird. We never ate bug eggs in class. And as you kind of process that, suddenly the walls start to dissipate as well into this white smoke, and then you just get swirled around in this strange ethereal like mist. And as you're processing this, you're like, this is wrong. Something's not going right. You feel like a hand reach out and just barely touch your back with a few too many fingers, and you hear, "Come back. Come back." And suddenly you have that falling in a dream moment where you take you're suddenly back in reality. You awake with a start, and you're like, you just hit the ground in a dream, and you woke up with a skipped heartbeat.
I'm gonna go for a walk.
Yes.
I'm gonna go for a long walk.
You go go for a walk through the are you going through the town or around it?
I'm basically gonna do like a perimeter walk around the caravan. I'm gonna stay close, but they don't want to stay still. Like they need to move.
Understandable. So nothing in particular happens. It's a very silent, quiet night. The stars above gleam, and the process of walking around the caravan over and over and over again, you start to distract yourself, and you finally can breathe an easy breath.
I don't think they'll want to go back to sleep right away. I think that maybe they'll pick up one of the books that Maya gave them just to do some reading until they manage to be so tired that they can't stay awake anymore.
You manage that. You read through one of the books, probably one of the more, I would say scientifically, historian, academic books. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for. One of the more academic books from Jonah's collection, where you try your best to understand it, and then halfway through the first page, things start to crumble down in your brain, and it sufficiently kind of puts you in a trance, bores you enough to allow the exhaustion in your body to take over, and the rest of your sleep is actually quite nice.
Lit. Love that for me.
Yeah. So morning comes to the sound of just hustle and bustle, early morning activity of merchants setting up their stands in like around the outskirts, the outer areas, just beyond the battlements. Many of the refugees stirring and whatnot, guards trading out their shifts, things like that. And as your group kind of awakens, one by one, each of you just like, I would say, chilling your best life nearby this caravan as you shake off the sleep. If any of you have morning routines, I wouldn't imagine they very much hold up now that you are essentially refugees as well.
I mean, if we're not doing anything in the morning, Audra will probably do like basically sun salutations. Just kind of get a nice spot in the grass to just do some morning stretches.
You do yoga.
I think Vuras, actually might join you. He doesn't do any stretches, but he does, I think, sit in the sun. I'm guessing the rising sun, or maybe just the sun. I don't know. I think he sits in the sun along with you. He doesn't do any stretches though. He kind of just, I think maybe perhaps praying.
Maya and Tybalt.
Yeah.
What are your mornings like?
I am immediately checking all of my private and personal stuff and making sure I have all of my things.
Make sure
but after that, yeah, I'm making sure none of you fucking snatch my shit. I don't know you. But I am going to wake up with. By the way, she used her dad's books as a pillow, still in the bag.
Aw. One of them is gone, but you can tell where it is.
Yeah.
Probably when, like, near Audra.
Yeah, after, I'm sure, like, she went to bed after Audra started reading, probably, so she just, like, fell asleep on the book pile. But she is just checking to make sure that none of her money is missing, because she only has a gold and, like, 98 copper left.
None of your money is missing. You guys weren't robbed in the middle of the night.
Good.
Tybalt, what's your morning routine like?
It is mostly like doing maintenance on Henry or my gun.
All right.
It's probably mostly Henry this time. He has eaten a lot in the past couple days. Make sure he doesn't get a tummy ache.
That is fair. So as you guys are kind of relaxing, like getting into the groove of the new sun, the sunrise over the city of Gildergleam, shaking the sleep off of your bodies, all that kind of things. Merchants and such, like patrols and other kind of hustle and bustle are coming into and out of the main battlement entrance that you guys are next to. Namely, a couple hours into the early morning, as you guys are already awake, a familiar figure, though now singular, steps between the guards. They don't need to do a check of people coming out of Gildergleam. So this person just kind of walks right through, and at some point, you all notice standing near the convoy is the small figure of Carbuncle.
Oh!
Well,
I was not expecting Carbuncle.
Carbuncle is just staring at your group, like eyes kind of darting between each of you.
I wave a hand in front of his face.
That's me.
Can I help you?
In front of Carbuncle's face?
Yes.
Like, are you
shit out of you?
Are you walking right up to Carbuncle to do that?
Yeah, I'm like making sure he can like see me.
They gunshot, you lose another toe.
Damn.
What happens when there's no toes left?
I go for the kneecaps.
Well,
Oh my god!
I had to pay 3 toes in order to play in this game anyways, so.
What the fuck?
So you're
what did you
getting-
have to pay for? With your toes?
You're reaching the kneecaps really quickly.
Jack's the one that took my toes.
Yeah, they're mine now. So you wave your hand in front of Carbuncle, and Carbuncle just kind of looks frustrated.
Can I help you?
Carbuncle takes one hand out from behind their back and hands you a letter.
We just got a letter. We just got
Is
a letter.
We just got
Is it?
Pretty sure we know who it's from.
Yeah.
Yep, it is a letter with a wax seal of a familiar insignia. It is the family crest, like on a stamp, the family crest of the Vestaborn house.
Nice.
Huh. Okay. Well, I'll open it.
Carbuncle has 3 other invitations, or letters. Kind of spoiler of what they are, but 3 more letters that they like step up, hand one to Vuras, hand one to Audra, hand one to Maya.
Huh. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, I opened it up.
What does it say?
I'm just gonna sit here with letters and just not open them.
No, that's fair. I do have the letters prepared.
Ooh.
I would like somebody to read it out loud, though.
I'll read
Send it
it.
to me. I'll do it. Oh no, or Aubrey can do it. That's fine.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
No head.
No head.
It is flipping. I'm not using an actual coin because I don't want to hear the cling. It's heads.
Okay,
So
I'll
here,
do
you
it.
get to read it.
Go for it.
Dear lovely travelers, I do hope Carby sends these letters safely, as they are meant for your eyes only. I consider not reading the rest of it out loud, and then I just keep going. Our encounter yesterday was inspiring, if a bit brief, but nevertheless I yearn to extend an opportunity to each of you, like one would an olive branch. Like a pigeon? Both opportunities and olive branches are in short supply nowadays. You know, I'm sure he probably would do this with like a flourish, I can imagine it. Thus I, Frizz Vestaborn, heir of House Vestaborn, professional purveyor of oh my god. Invite your quirky group to a special dinner at my manor. Come with an appetite and an open mind, as many Glacial financial advisors and Carby do recommend I make use of our new friendship. Does he do this to everybody? Worry not.
Probably.
your reputation, as I'm sure an invitation to the Vesterborn Manor can only be viewed as a high honor. Speaking of which, these letters shall act as your personal passes into the manor. Hand each one to the servant at the door. Dress code is come as you are. Truly, Fris Vesterborn.
When you're done reading that
hold it
out
up.
loud, Carbuncle is just walking away.
Goodbye.
Well, he's a fun start, isn't he?
Gunshot, they.
Yeah,
Or-
Oh, I was
talking about
talking about Freeze.
Ah, fuck. I reversed the gunshot. You're toad.
You reverse the gun.
The bullet
You are
goes
the
back
problem
into
now.
the gun. Slow mo.
You lose one of your own toes.
Damn.
I got him.
God damn.
I changed the damage type to on you.
It's I do understand like why in character you skipped my favorite part of the letter.
So many titles. Audra was
I-
not about to
I
read all
want
of
to
the
know all of his titles.
added titles.
It's in Archive Eternal. Heir of House Vestaborn, professional purveyor of rare imports, connoisseur of pretty faces, appreciator of fine wine, an enthusiast of the grandest parties.
Oh my god. I love this character so much, Jack.
I love them. I love both of these characters so much.
I still
Welcome.
can't get over fucking Carby.
Carby.
Carbuncle
Such
was
a great
the
name.
best.
I'm copying and pasting his fucking titles down into my notes.
Oh, I already have them.
I
I
love it.
copied and pasted it into my notes already.
Alright, so you guys officially have like all day before you have dinner with Freese Vestaborn.
Oh boy. Oh, what are we gonna
Putting
do?
that letter in the notes.
Which I'm assuming you all go to because you have nothing better to do.
Yeah, no, we just completely skip it. We're like, no, we're not gonna go there.
Would really
Just
appreciate
free.
it if you go talk to my funky little dude.
My funky
I
little
love your
dude.
funky little dude.
I would love to go talk to the funky little dude.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Audra was like, absolutely not, but then it said there was free food, so.
There is free food.
And if Maya's going, they'll go, so.
Yeah, I'll go. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean that. I mean, I'm going. Vuras is going as well, for sure.
You can tell me if you guys have anything you want to do during the day before the dinner with Freese, or if you want to kind of fast forward.
I mean, the only thing I really want to do is just make sure I restock on my rations and stuff. But that's not really super important. So, I'm good fast forwarding if everyone else is.
I'm chilling, honestly.
All right, so are we going right to it?
I mean,
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Can I go refill my water bottle really fast?
We can take a short break if anybody wants to.
Yeah, I just.
If
I would like
everybody
to
wants
grab another drink.
Well, yeah, anybody.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta refill
We're
my
back.
water bottle.
We've got enough bathroom tokens for everyone.
Oh my god.
I also need to refill my drink. I'm thirsty.
I am here.
Hello, hello.
Awesome. And Ryan.
I am here.
All right, everybody's back.
Hell yeah.
Who's ready for a dinner date?
Ah,
The
shit.
date?
Not.
The icons are weird. Aren't working.
Yeah, they're loading in.
Oh, they're loading in.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm
Whenever-
emotionally available for a date.
Whenever I hide their I turn off their visibility. When you turn it back on, they have to.
Oh, you did the be right back one?
Yeah, just because no one else was here, and I didn't want to just sit in silence, you know.
No, that's fair. All right, so everybody good?
Ew, yeah. I just choked my fucking drink.
Oh my god, be careful.
Aubrey, you good?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm just gonna assume Dani is okay.
I'm never okay.
Damn.
That's it, baby. So, the Vestaborn Manor is located several layers deeper into the city. It is on a hill that allows itself to be visible for much of the surrounding area. As you head towards the manor, you stumble upon this bazaar of exotic goods, and a bazaar with 2 A's of exotic goods and imports that are on the same road. This appears largely intentional, as a great many of the stands have the Vestaborn family crest on them, implying that they work under House Vestaborn. It's likely that the land surrounding the manor is owned by the house, and thus most stores along this bazaar are hired by House Vestaborn or sponsored for their unique skills of craftsmanship. You smell spices from lands you've never visited, see alchemical ingredients from beasts that are rarely witnessed, and hear the chatter of many different languages at once. Displays of weaponry that are only made and employed by nomadic tribes, replica talismans of ancient cults, monster parts, and crystals of unknown origin. This market serves as your greeting to the manor. Making it to the other end, possibly with some detours to check out weird oddities, there's a winding path that leads up to this burgundy mansion. However, unlike a traditional mansion, much of the surrounding area has been repurposed with what I say some snobs would call lesser decorum. There's a wild garden full of fruit trees that looks cared for yet untrimmed, so not very neat. A pond filled with fish that wraps its length across a porch that has a great big tent over top, presumably retractable for when someone would enjoy rays of sunshine beside the pond. This is your first impression of the Vestaborn Manor.
It sounds and probably looks very pretty. But it's also a lot.
Conflicting opinions about this person.
What was that?
I have conflicting opinions about this man.
What are the negative ones?
That he's a pompous asshole with too much money.
I agree.
That one
he's
is true.
pompous. Well, he's a pompous boy with a lot of money. But I don't think he's actually an asshole now that I'm looking at this.
Maybe he's not an asshole. That's the problem, is what I'm thinking now, because this is kind of nice.
You can tell he has money, but he also isn't really flaunting it. It's just kind of eccentric.
Oh, this place is visible for like a mile around. It's flaunting. Like this manor is very, very eccentric.
It doesn't feel like flaunting to Maya.
Yeah.
Because
Maya?
to Maya, she's just like, this dude's just got way too much money. And also, he's in the main like trade capital of the world. Of course he's gonna have a big fucking house.
Mm-hmm. The front double doors to the manor have the Vestaborn family crest carved into each large wooden door, and when you approach the entrance, as your group approaches the entrance, it creaks open as a wispy Air Genasi servant appears in the gap between doors and goes, "Invitations?"
Oh, right.
Hand him the letters.
Yeah.
I pull out my letter.
He takes the invitations of each of you, and being let inside of the manor, the Genasi steps aside and holds the door open for you all. And you guys head in, right?
Yeah.
You ain't dipping out?
Open the door and
where-
we all fucking scram.
We'll just book it. No, we go
Alright.
inside.
As far as homes go, this place, ridiculously eccentric. Across the foyer, there is an antiques roadshow of various valuable items displayed on many grand stands, leading swiftly into what looks like a messy miniature library's worth of books, most seemingly old or foreign. There's old reliquaries to great churches, weapons crafted in ages long past sitting in display cases, and a table covered in snuffed incense and open-faced tomes. All around you is just lifetimes worth of strange trinkets and oddities and like odds and ends. This knick-knack shop on fucking steroids.
Oh no!
On the far,
no!
on the far right side of the main room, a giant staircase goes upward to the second level of the manor, and you see the skull of a fucking dragon hangs from the ceiling above this staircase.
What the fuck?
What appears to be the skull of a fucking dragon.
It ain't real.
At the foot of the stairs, you see Carbuncle the Goblin standing in wait with an unimpressed expression. They lift a hand and point upwards, indicating they expect you all to scale the stairs to the banquet hall.
I thought you were gonna say scale the fucking walls.
Nope. That would be weird, but funny, to be honest.
I think Vuras is a little bit. He's impressed and taken aback by everything, I think. But he doesn't visibly show it, he just goes up the stairs as well. And not as well, but he heads up the stairs.
Behind Carbuncle. Alright. Any other reactions to this interesting place?
Maya is in absolute fucking awe. As soon as she sees like actual like magical like items that are like knickknacks and oddities and collectibles, she just like she knew that he was like important, but she didn't know that he would have such.
Yeah,
She is
Audra's like
looking at
looking
everything.
everywhere. Yeah, same.
She has stars in her eyes. She is in awe right now.
There's a lot happening, and Audra wants to look at like everything.
What about Tybalt? Is Tybalt just...
Tybalt is just rolling his eyes at everything he sees.
Makes sense. So
It's like, why
eventually,
do you
when you
need-
guys... Oh, sorry, continue.
He's like the dragon skull. He's like, why do you need this? What? There's no point in this. He looks at all the displays and stuff. It's like this could be in a museum.
He could.
That is true.
Thank you, Indiana Jones.
Maybe
It's
you
very
belong to the
impressive.
museum,
But we also don't know if he made them because these are exotic items. He might have gotten these like actually. I'll look into it.
I mean, did
All
the
right.
family member slay a dragon, or?
Carbuncle starts marching up the stairs ahead of you all with hands behind their back as they attempt to lead you through the manor.
Attempt?
Though some of you might be distracted by other things.
We're Well, I mean, we're making our way up the stairs. We're looking at it as we go, and she's like, oh. She starts to reach out for some. She's like, wait, that's not mine.
That's not mine. Shouldn't touch that.
So as you all scale up the stairs, the dragon skull passing overhead looks kind of real, but can't be sure.
Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm gonna do a history roll. I want to know if this is real or not. Or would that be a history?
A history? I think you would need to be a nature or arcana.
Okay. What would you like me to do? Would you say?
I don't care. Whichever one you choose is going to determine what information you can possibly gather.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do arcana. Let me open it up. I wasn't expecting to roll today, so let me open it.
Hey, Jack, every single one of those... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just goofing. Every single one of those things you asked was a +6 in my modifiers.
God damn.
Gee, fucking hell.
I love having high intelligence character.
Woo! Voice crack, lovely.
What'd you get?
Oh, it's still loading in. Let me... Okay, let me...
Did you not have your character sheet ready?
No.
Why?
Because he said it was gonna be a
You need your character sheet for skill checks, not...
Yeah, there's no combat.
There's no combat, but you still need to...
It's
you are
okay,
pretty
you're
stupid.
good.
No, you're not.
What Vuras is, because that's a 9.
Alright, 9. This looks pretty fucking real.
It looks pretty fucking real. Alright, cool.
You know what? I'll roll Arcana.
Ooh, we all rolling.
No, I'll put a stop to this if it gets too much.
What's
Well?
your definition of too much?
Tybalt?
Oh, I thought you were gonna put a stop to me.
No, you roll. You said you wanted to roll Arcana.
Yeah, and then you said you immediately followed up with, "I'll put a stop to it if I must."
If it's too much, so roll Arcana. This isn't too much yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 23.
Fuck.
23. Dragons are very, very magical beings, even when they are dead. Like the death of a dragon can bring people from. It's very impactful. It can bring people from all over the world who are seeking the body parts of the dragon. So it's not unfeasible that a adventurer of some sort discovered a dragon skull. But if that's the case, it would be very dangerously magical. If this was a real dragon skull, you're kind of getting.
Wouldn't it be like kind of having a chandelier made of uranium?
Yeah, it's not. It's dangerous if it drops and spontaneously breathes fire. But as you're looking at this, you realize it has that magic very, very faintly, and you kind of realize if this is probably a real dragon skull, but very old, and most of its magical power might have already been siphoned off for some purpose.
Whack.
So you kind of deduce this is either a young lesser dragon that doesn't have a lot of magical power in it, or it's been dead for a long, long time, and most of the magic has been taken out.
Okay.
Damn,
Only
this
midly
music
radioactive.
was a really good choice.
It's just the basic fantasy playlist I use for most of my games.
Yeah.
But as you guys reach the top of the stairs, Carbuncle takes you onto a left, where you pass down a corridor that is lined with several closed doors, as well as statue busts, tapestries, art pieces, and the largest of which, just taking up the whole section, depicts an older man, half-elven in appearance. He has this musketeer-like hat with a big, bright red feather stuck in it. with a handlebar mustache just atop a smirking smile, and he has a monocle on one eye, truly the model of an eccentric explorer.
I love it.
Below the art piece is the engraved title, Yorin Vestaborn, Pioneer of 1,000 Oddities.
That's
Is anybody taking a closer look at this painting?
Yes. This is a historical piece. I am looking at this thing in detail.
I am looking.
Maya, roll me perception.
Do you want me
Perception?
to hold you up closer to it?
She looks at you for a moment. It's like she actually considers it for just a moment. She's like, "No, I can see fine from here. Thanks." You said investigation.
I said perception, but
Oh,
you know
okay,
what?
sorry.
I can have you roll investigation instead,
If you want, okay.
because
Thank you.
you are examining it with a close eye.
Thank you. I appreciate it. 18.
All right. With that, you notice the one strangeness on this painting is it seems to have some wear and tear, but there is also a small split in the canvas of the painting that's just below the brim of his hat. It's like a clean split, just a small little cut.
Is a small seam across the painting.
The seam would imply that it was sewed shut.
I'm not going to say anything about it right now.
Yeah, no, but like, for your
right.
notes.
Older man with a handlebar mustache painting with a small seam across the
Yeah,
painting at the hat point.
Seam would imply that it has been like sewed shut or that it's like been closed up.
It is an open split. It's kind of hard to notice, but it's a split. Not like a seam as though it's been sewed shut. It's a cut in the painting.
Oh, okay. Cut in the painting.
Are
At the
you good,
hat
note
point?
taker? Right below the brim of the hat.
Below the brim of the hat. Okay, thank you.
So it's like on his forehead.
I love that
Does
we
it
were
go
both
across?
like, huh.
Or is it like a small cut?
It's a small cut.
So maybe a throwing knife.
At the end of the hall is the door to the banquet hall. As Carbuncle reaches it, they snap their finger, and the door opens on its own, enchanted by some kind of responsive magic. Leading each of you all into the banquet hall, you see that there is a large, long table, about a dozen seats available, with one at the very head of the table, a bit larger and fancier in design compared to the rest. Each chair has an ample cushion available. The wide surrounding area is decorated in a similar manner to the rest of the manor. Two different spellings there. To the rest of the mansion thus far. Oddly enough, though, there appears to be a number of like mount plaques lining the higher sections of the walls, but each one of these lacks a mounted animal head, so they instead just hang there completely empty. Carbuncle gestures to the table.
Alright,
Yeah,
I guess we take our seats.
I think so.
Alright, you take your seats at the dinner table. When you take your seats at the table, Carbuncle the Goblin takes one of the pins in their tied back hair and pulls it out. Sizable enough in their hand, Carbuncle waves it like a wand, and the pin glows with magic. From a door in the corner of the room, presumably leading into the kitchen, a number of floating dishes burst out from hiding and dance about, floating up into the air as some fantastical spectacle display. Carbuncle is directing them with their pin wand, much akin to a conductor leading an orchestra. Each dish comes to rest on the table eventually. Appetizers, salad bowls, bread baskets all place themselves within reach of one of your seats. So everyone is within reach to grab whatever they wish. However, 4 large domed plates float down and rest in front of each one of you. On the domes are engraved the words, "Choose a main course," with underneath it a list of strange meals.
Huh. What are the meals?
1 second. Everybody tell me what you choose.
Oof. Humanely harvested.
I know what I'm getting. I'm getting the grilled vegetables and maconade trimmings.
Humanely harvested.
I'm also
Yeah.
going to do that.
I'm going to get the...
The wild drake was a close second, but I'm gonna go with the veggies.
I'm gonna get the calamari platter.
All right. Driftweave calamari platter, which means this probably came from a giant octopus in the middle of the most dangerous part of the ocean.
Yep.
Love that.
So cool. That's so cool.
And what about you, Tybalt?
I'm gonna get the roasted cockatrice.
Slow roasted cockatrice and rice.
Cock.
Some
Sorry.
call this platter. What?
Ooh. He heard cock and he laughed.
Slow roasted cock. Funny. Somebody, sorry. Some may possibly call this this meal the cocka rice.
Do not call it
Because
that.
it's cockatrice
Do
and
not-
rice.
Do not
Trees
call
and
it
rice.
that.
Never mind.
I can't
All right.
I'm laughing at this.
So as you each either name or point to the dinner of your choice, lifting the dome off of the dish reveals the very prepared meal that you asked for. From the other end of a room, another door opens to reveal the swaying figure of Freese Vestaborn, dressed in a different set of robes this time, that are... Sorry, I just burped. They are blue. They are a deep blue with a pattern of swirling winds, and he is already holding a half-full wine glass.
Ah.
Or,
He is
like Gunther.
definitely drunk.
or some cases half-empty.
Oh boy.
Ah, friends! So glad you can make it. Can we get you anything to drink? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, you know. Oh, wait. And he, thinks for a second. It's already past 5 o'clock. My bad. He sits down at the head of the table and rests his glass next to his own domed plate, and he grabs the top and he says, "Drake sirloin, please." He lifts it off the dome of his platter to reveal a hot plate of large, lean drake meat. We have much to discuss. We can wait until after the meal unless any of you are fans of breaking table manners. I truly don't care myself.
I would like to at least begin eating before we start talking.
Can I ask
Whatever.
what it is we need to discuss?
Oh, not much. Just, you know I'm a merchant, correct?
Yes, that's very obvious.
Right! Business dealings!
Business dealings.
Of course! Who does not offer a meal and a drink before they talk about business? Especially with new partners. Business partners.
I did not agree to this. I didn't see a contract.
That's right, it's not a contract, it's a discussion.
This is conversation for after the meal.
Yes, of course. I didn't get the answer. Did anybody want something to drink?
I will take a drink.
I'll take. Yeah, absolutely. We will.
All right, choose your choice of alcohol.
Was there a fun choice for those two?
No, unfortunately.
Okay, we'll come up with something in our heads.
Our vinters are a little, I would say, limited at the moment.
Isn't wine? I don't think you can make. Well, I'm not gonna be confident about it, but what else can you make fucking wine from besides grapes?
Things.
Have you ever heard of a corpse flower?
Ugh.
You just faded away into nothing. What the fuck was that?
That was me having a visceral reaction.
Of course. So yeah, that is the probably the most exotic probably the most exotic alcohol I have on hand.
You know what?
Made with the trimmings of a corpse flower.
Oh god.
I'll fucking try it.
Do you have like 5,000 platinum? Because it's very expensive. Here, and he like gestures to Carbuncle. Carbuncle waves the wand. You get a shot glass of the very expensive corpse flower wine.
Yeah.
How much is this shot right here worth?
That shot, 500 platinum.
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
I'll tell you what.
He lifts a finger. It's on me for the night.
Tell you what.
Dickhead.
Maya knows that Tybalt is seething in his seat, so she just looks over, picks up the glass, and takes the shot. It
tastes like literal death
Yeah.
at first.
Question. Does my
Yes?
mom's genes come into play at this?
For resistance against poison?
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, it absolutely would. So you nearly spit it out, and you manage to get it down and swallow it, and you're resisting the urge to your body's visceral urge to get this the fuck out of your body, because a corpse flower is like a type of plant undead. It's very dangerous.
It is,
and
it blooms isn't it every 12 years?
Oh no, we're talking about a monster corpse flower.
Oh!
Yeah, there's an actual
monster.
D&D monster called a corpse flower.
Oh my
It
god.
can make zombies.
It makes zombies. But for a moment after your you manage to keep it down in your body, you get this wave of just this tasteful, aromatic, very herbal, the undead, death that you just swallowed has dissipated, and it turns from a horribly intense visceral reaction to a pleasant, you breathe it out and it kind of smells like flowers somehow, even though a corpse flower smells absolutely horrid. You think that there must be some sort of magic that goes into such a thing.
She just stops, puts the shot glass down, and pushes it away from her, and she just puts her hands together.
Truly an experience, right?
Can I have one?
God.
That is fucking delicious. Thank you very much for that.
You know what? Sure, you can have one.
But I will say, I do feel a little obligated now. So, you have definitely have my attention for these discussions of business partnerships, because that was very expensive.
Oh, I just it's nothing. It's been in the cellar for years.
Oh my god.
I like a challenge.
You get a shot glass of corpse flower wine.
Now,
I'll stick to water.
I'm not resistant to poison, but I am resistant to necrotic damage. Don't know if that's gonna help me. Cool.
You know what? That will also help. You your resistance to necrotic damage actually like stifles the intense wave of death taste, and you manage to keep it down in your stomach for long enough until the second wave hits, where you just breathe out this wonderfully aromatic warm sensation. It's certainly like it's supposed to be a 2-hit alcohol, where like suddenly like the flavor is absolutely horrible, but then suddenly everything feels nice. Kind of like, yeah, you feel all warm
like
inside.
I kind of like that, actually, and I put the shot glass down.
All right, I do have to say I probably can't get you any more shots of that.
No, that's fine. Surprise me with something else.
Arby will be very upset. Audra, you are given a glass of sparkly champagne.
Fancy schmancy.
Oh, and for you, dear artificer, any drinks for you?
Oh, I don't drink.
Of course, very reasonable. I of course do not judge. Anyway, and he takes a knife and he starts cutting into the Drake steak. And he goes, we can wait for business discussions until after our meal. I hope everybody does enjoy their meals.
It looks and smells.
I was
delicious.
muted again. It was absolutely delightful. Do you have a lot of interesting artifacts in your house?
Oh, sorry, are we skipping to the end of dinner?
Oh, no, this was just me speaking up.
Oh, okay. While you speak up, Carbuncle takes an available seat and taps one of the meal options, also lifting their dish so they can get some food. But what was that?
I said yas, Carbuncle.
Yas, Carbuncle. But Freese, like leans his head forward to listen. He's like, "Oh my! All of our trinkets, our antiques. You're talking about those old things?"
Her smile slowly starts to fade as he starts to talk like that.
I am kidding, of course. I adore them. They're mostly my father's discoveries.
That's also something I was curious about. Were you aware of the hole in the painting? The little slit below the hat?
I don't think I am. I don't pay that close attention to my father's old painting.
There's a little cut in it. You might want to take a look at it.
Can I do an insight check on him?
Oh, sure.
Hold, this is me, Koden. That's his father?
Yeah.
You're in Vestaborn. Well, you it could have been a grandpa or some kind that you didn't know the relation. But he did admit that was his father, Yorin.
Huh.
24.
24?
Uh-huh.
He knows about it. He's not letting on, but he knows about it.
Cool.
Can I roll insight on Carby when Audra mentions that?
Sure. What are you trying to read from Carby?
Seeing if he's giving any form of reaction.
There is a gun pointed at you.
That's fair.
Okay. So for Carby specifically, right?
Yes.
All right, roll insight. I will say, Audra, with that roll, you kind of tell that like he doesn't want to talk about it, which is why he's trying to blow over it.
Okay, I wanted to see if it was more like I wanted to know whether or not he was like, okay, I know about it, but you shouldn't know about it, or if it was like, I don't want to. Now's not the time. But
now's not the time.
Okay.
That is an 18, by the way.
An 18? Carbuncle's expression is steel. They show no reaction mention of the slit in the painting.
I like Carby.
She, as soon as he like backs off from it, she's just be like, "All right, I didn't. If you didn't know, you didn't know." But I mean, that's a full-on dragon's head you've got up there.
Oh yes, the dragon's head. That I believe my dear father Yorn did buy that off of a great, powerful adventurer as part of his desire to build his own collection. He saw it and he simply must have it. He truly shelled out quite the amount of money for it. I believe it would have been more expensive if the skull was fresh. I believe the great adventurer used it and its latent magical power for some other purpose, and that is why it was much cheaper.
Not like relatively cheap. Like I meant it wasn't. Like there's still if that dragon skull had if that dragon skull had as much magical power as it did when it was fresh off of the dragon, it would have been easier for my father to kill the man.
Oh.
Paying off law enforcement for a murder would have been much easier. He takes a bite of his sirloin.
Well, you shouldn't be paying off law enforcement in the first place. But I get.
No, yes, of course. That's why he didn't do that. And I am being truly honest. He did not murder that man.
So he has murdered other people.
That's what I was thinking too.
Freeze shrugs and then takes another bite, and he's like, "Why don't we eat?"
Immediately goes back to eating.
We agreed we would talk business at the end of dinner.
No, this is just small talk.
Oh, of course, small talk. About my father's alleged murders, and he starts laughing.
Murder's not that bad.
I do respect a man who knows what he wants and how to get it.
I believe that is one of the many things I inherited from my father.
Good to know.
Perhaps it's not the proper small talk for dinner conversation, however.
I agree, and he takes another bite of his sirloin, and then grabs another bite of his potato, his baked potato.
Vuras is he's eating his calamari as well. How big is this, by the way? Like,
oh, when it said calamari, it's the size of calamari, but in the way that it's cut up into tiny bits. This whole thing probably a single tentacle.
Ah, lovely.
Or half of one. It's a giant. It was from a giant fucking octopus.
Yeah, Jesus. Wow. Yeah.
All right, so everybody eats their dinners in peace, I believe.
Yeah.
No, we eat it in misery.
all of these meals, very exotic, very out of the way, strange food indeed. But it's all fantastic.
Oh yeah.
You didn't, Maya and Audra, you didn't know what myconid trimmings would taste like, but they are quite delectable, very, very juicy and tender, and you do kind of have that moment of I sure hope these were humanely harvested, because myconids are sentient.
Ew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I didn't kill them.
There is a way to do it. humanely, which is that myconids, when they grow, they do have to like trim off some of their like more cumbersome like fungal protrusions.
Oh, like shedding.
Like shedding. So in kind of a weird way, you're eating someone else's hair, but it tastes amazing.
I mean, whatever, man.
Whatever.
The world is weird.
It's
Tastes good to
fantasy.
me.
This is a strange world. So, Tybalt, what did you grab again?
The roasted cockatrice. With Rhyan.
Oh, right. So
Yeah, because I started giggling over the fucking...
the slow roasted cockatrice, the act of slow roasting it the way that it does burns out much of the like basically the venom inside of a cockatrice that turns people to fucking stone. However, in kind of like in an ironic way, every bite is so savory that you can't help but stop for a moment.
Damn.
Clever.
I like that. I really like that.
That's good.
And the bed of rice that it's on is just absolutely delicious. So when you finally clean off your plates, maybe sipping whatever drinks you have available, alcohol or not, you see that Freese is finished with his dish as well, and he gently sets his fork and his knife on either end. He sips at his wine. He sets it down and he clears his throat. So, as you are already aware of, a recent surge of undead has been popping up and causing trouble all over the place. They've destroyed at least 3 towns by now and hit Gildergleam rather hard. Speaking of which, you 4 were at the site of Tippet Pass when it was razed to the ground, am I correct? You see his eyes are focused, and as he's like looking at each of you, as though his demeanor has shifted quite.
Yeah, he shifted
Quite so.
into a businessman. Lovely. Yes, we were there, but I wouldn't say we were there. Yes.
You stutter. You hesitate. Is there a reason? Is there something you don't want to talk about? Is that a sensitive subject?
I'm confused on how this is a business offering, considering the amount of death and horror that this has brought.
You see, times of tragedy allow for the greatest of businesses. And I will not lie, this is certainly an unfortunate time. However, I believe that I can make something good out of it.
Crises are the times for opportune moments.
Mm-hmm. I apologize. Is this... Sorry, what was that, Audra?
I said it is advantageous to move even in weak moments.
I'm sorry, is this... I was doing the thing earlier, I just want to make sure. I'm not giving you any, like, whiplash, right?
Well, no, you are, but the change in demeanor is understandable, considering you are the businessman of all things.
Oh yes, businessman before anything else. You see, the dumb playboy act, I won't lie, some of it is indeed me, but the public image serves its purpose. Looking like I don't know what I'm doing comes in handy. Otherwise, the 3 other merchant houses would never let me get any real work done. Not to mention the asinine magistrates only interested in Gildergleam's economics. Apologies. I'm getting ahead of myself. You see, yesterday wasn't just a publicity stunt with empty charity. I was wandering the incoming convoys to find people of sound body and skill, travelers who can hold their own, and he kind of like gestures to all of you, the adventuring types. See, Ajma's soldiers are dwindling in number, and she's recalling the patrols to help defend the city from another potential attack. She can't afford to send scouts at the risk of being unprepared for a second wave. And she can't share the information gathered by returning patrols with anyone who isn't a superior or a soldier under her command. The other holds are likely bunkering down until official command from the tribunal reaches them, but as far as I can tell, the central frontier, where we live, is facing the bulk of this mess. So, welcome to the deep end, fellas. Undead attacks will only get worse from here. He, relaxes. He relaxes in the back of his chair. He no longer even seems drunk at all, not even tipsy.
Are you saying that we're on the front line of a impeding war?
Possibly. If things aren't done quickly, this could turn into a full-on invasion by some mad necromancer. Or cult of necromancers.
And with that, and the hole's bunkering down, that leaves towns all over vulnerable.
Of course.
And they're gonna run out of space or refugees for all those people eventually as well. Well, are you offering to pay us to look into this?
Oh, in a way. In case you couldn't tell, or any of you couldn't tell, I, quote, want to hire a group of adventurers. Perhaps multiple, but so far I've only found your group, whether you consider yourselves associated with each other or not. The gist of it is, without patrols, the roads are unsafe, and any information on the undead horde is few and far between. Being as I am a merchant, I have no such access to Ojma's patrol reports, but sitting around and waiting for the end to come doesn't appeal to my hedonistic lifestyle. So, taking matters into my own hands, I will pay each one of you very good money to conscript yourself under Ojma and offer work as mercenary scouts. Maybe this way, we can find the source of the problem, whoever is bringing these things back from the dead, and figure out a way to stop it.
I don't see any downsides to this deal, I suppose.
I mean, it'll pay for our shit for a while, eh, Audra?
Yes, I think this sounds like a great idea.
Plus, you wanted to fight more shit anyway.
Yes, I think exactly. I win. It doesn't matter what we're doing.
Tybalt, what are your opinions on this?
Tybalt is thinking.
He, Freeze gives you a smirk, kind of satisfied with himself that perhaps the person he fooled most was you.
Yeah.
May I exit the room for just a moment? I need to conspire with an associate.
He nods his head and says, I would appreciate if you didn't run out without, giving me a full answer, but please feel free to conspire.
Rude. I'm not a barbarian.
Of course. You are a man of reason.
And an artificer, not a barbarian.
When you say we are being employed, are we being employed by you or by the city?
Oh, that's a funny thing. So, Ojma normally wouldn't be so open to this. See, if you're worried about convincing Ojma to conscript you, I already know that she'll turn you down, saying that she doesn't have the necessary compensation to pay for mercenaries herself. That is why I am offering to forge documents from one of Gildergleam's magistrates themselves, stating that you've already been hired and paid for. Of course, the money will come from me instead, but if you simply don't mention the name Vestaborn, Ajma will be far too busy to fact-check you.
So we're getting paid by the government to be mercenaries, but we're not actually getting paid by the government to be mercenaries. We're getting paid by you.
He taps his nose like, now you got it.
All right, I'm all for full in the uppers.
It is a
Is he-
clever plan. It is a clever plan.
Precisely. Otherwise, fucking nothing would get done. We'd sit on our asses and die. Sorry, he takes a breath.
You don't need to apologize. You are correct. If it holds around Rothia are closing up, especially with such an intense undead hordes attacking, and I mean, just from what I've heard, at least this place and Tibet Pass were attacked on the same day. Who knows how many others have been attacked?
It could very well come in waves if we don't take the opportunity now, while the skeletons are slow and in recovering their magics. Then we could probably learn more about the whatever dark being is behind all of this before they get ready for another attack. Necromancy takes a lot of energy.
It does, as all magic does. But necromancy does especially.
Outside of the main banquet hall, Tybalt.
So, I pull out Henry.
Henry looks at you.
What's your read on this? But what?
He like
You have a good point.
he claps his his stone hands together once.
I didn't think of that.
I fucking love this.
You know, you're right. You're right. All right, and I put him away, and I go back inside.
This whole time, you don't understand him, though. Are you sure you understand it? Because you did make a version of him that could actually talk, and then destroyed him.
Yes. So this version technically speaks in Morse code.
So nobody looked that up. Like, I didn't know we were doing Morse code.
They type it out.
Just nonsense.
The watchers type it out and like, oh my god, this is a secret code for the
Beep
end
beep
of
beep
the
beep 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 beep. I still don't know Morse code. Don't believe that.
So Tybalt understands him, and maybe Maya might understand him.
Maybe.
Do you head back into the room?
Yes.
My, welcome back to the party. So, how was your conspiring?
Insightful.
I see. So, I believe the parameters are clear. Oh, you weren't here when I mentioned this. I'm going to forge documents for you that say you're being paid by the government to work under Ajma as mercenary scouts, but really, I am going to be paying you. Like, a lot of money, too.
Oh, that's... going against the government. Well, after a very thoughtful discussion with my associate, I'm hesitantly in.
Wonderful. I do have to say, you're only going against the government if they know about it. He like winks.
I wink back.
Ooh!
And
He winks again.
Oh my
I
god.
wink with the other eye.
I wink in Morse code.
This cannot be a fucking cliff situation. I will not be able to fucking stand him.
Except in this case, this person actually knows how to act in social encounters.
Yeah. Shit, I
Yeah,
got
Dean-
quieter. Sorry.
Dean Norcliffe.
Sorry, what was that, Tybalt?
Dean Norcliffe knows how to act at all, ever.
They don't
That's
know
true.
shit.
Different characters in a different campaign. Anyway. Alright, so do I have all of your official... What is it? Ins? Everyone saying in?
Do you need it in blood?
I would hope not.
Yeah,
I
I am.
haven't thought about blood rituals in, I would say, Carbuncle, what month is it again? Carbuncle doesn't speak, but for like just like stares at him for a moment, and then he says, "Oh, right. I haven't thought about blood rituals in like at least 4 months."
Hmm.
And
To be
before
honest,
that,
before that, I was dabbling a little bit in blood rituals. Nothing lethal, just my own blood, and a lot of it. Sorry, again, ahead of myself. We don't have to blood ritual this. I don't need your writing in blood. I only need your word. You see, any contract that I try to get you to sign here would be unenforceable by the law, considering as soon as I hand it to them, they would be like, this says that you are officially contracting them to forge documents, or you forging documents for them. Very, very messy shit. So all I need is your truthful word that you wish to help and make money doing so.
You have my word.
Oh my god, we're breaking the law for money. She just said that under her breath.
He, Priest leans forward and he goes, "You're breaking the law to help people."
I
think
know,
kind of
it's like a
fun.
2-for-1 combo. This is great.
Oh, you like that? You're in. Oh, I love you.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
it.
Absolutely.
I hold my hand out to give like a fist bump to my.
That is the core
Oh,
of this.
absolutely.
though,
She fist
correct?
bumps you back.
That we are. The main goal of this is to help people.
Of course. I feel like most adventurers aren't, motivated entirely by helping people, but the reward at the end. So I assume you will both enjoy helping people as well as make money when you get back. However, this is still, if I didn't care about people, I wouldn't be organizing this right now.
That's
See,
true.
I don't just plan on giving single gold pieces out to the people of Gildergleam and then turning my back on them. It's a lot more complicated. See, the other merchant houses aren't interested in changes. So operating under those parameters are very difficult, because as soon as I show signs of actually wishing to change Gildergleam, they will do everything in their power to get in my way. And being somebody who invests in he kind of gestures around and he says, strange trade. It's not exactly the most reliable source of money, though I've made good for myself.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, you have my. Either way, you have my word that I'm in.
Excellent to hear. If you wish to have dessert, that is on the table, but I shall have the documents forged by tomorrow afternoon. I will need your full names. Carbuncle pulls out a parchment to write your full names down on.
Tybalt
Well, I
gives
guess I'll go first.
Harvey a business card.
Carby takes the business card and then writes it down perfectly.
Damn. Vuras Dracoshari.
Writes that down.
Or I'll go last, I guess.
You go second
I
to
write down my
last.
name. I write my name down.
All right. Carby's Carby. My full name is Maya Fiddlestone.
Carby writes that down and gets Audra's name as well.
Nice.
Audra Thelyse.
Freeze nods his head and says, this is the first time I've heard your full names.
Yes, that did occur to me yesterday when you left. I apologize for not telling you our names, or at least my name earlier.
Oh, it's all
Right
right.
into the conversation and then just forgot.
It's fine. Carby's a wizard. They could find you pretty easily.
Not
He's a
surprised.
wizard. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, there was hints, obviously, with all the magic he was doing, but I wasn't sure if he was a sorcerer or wizard.
There's a
They-
gun.
They were a sorcerer, yeah.
No, another toe.
It's fine.
Don't lose all your fucking toes.
So, if you wish to stay for dessert, you're welcome, but I believe with this all sorted out, we should be ready to go into business. Also, don't go around telling people about, this, because that would be rude, but also I doubt they would believe you. Like, oh, the billionaire playboy philanthropist is actually a scheming like a scheming scoundrel. Like, that just sounds like a conspiracy theory, doesn't it?
It does. But
Well, my father was one for conspiracy theories, and most of them he was right about.
Wait, Fiddlestone. Jonah Fiddlestone.
Yeah, that's my dad.
My, I am a lucky man.
Well, hold on. How would you consider that?
Just what a coincidence. I
By the
admire
way,
Jonah
Maya-
Fiddlestone's work.
Maya fishes for compliments for her dad all the time. By the way,
Oh my God. I love it.
Oh, I'm just a fan of Jonah Fiddlestone's work. A number of his memoirs, the early ones, helped my father discover a great many hidden treasures.
she kind of grips her chest a little bit and sniffles a little bit. She just thinks that means a lot.
No.
Of course. Now, you are all welcome to leave this manor at any point that you choose. Just please come back sometime around afternoon tomorrow.
That's reasonable.
I don't know about you all, but I'm staying for dessert. That was fucking delicious.
Oh, yes, I'm definitely going to take advantage of that.
So do I. Thank you.
I
for this, Fritz.
I don't have a dessert menu prepared.
Oh, that's. I'm sure that's
That's
fine.
okay.
You stick around for dessert with some exotically imported chocolate lava cakes.
Oh my God, that sounds so fucking
Sounds
good right now.
Oh, good. Oh,
I have taken it upon myself to include as much delicious food.
why do you do this to me?
I want
I don't
fucking
know.
lava cakes so goddamn bad.
Like, I didn't used to do this in my games as often as I am doing it right now. I'm really fucking hamming it up right now.
It's so good.
You're doing great. I
Yeah.
love this.
It's very good. Oh.
So you all stick around to eat dessert. It is quite wonderful. Carbuncle eventually leaves the room, possibly to go start forging those documents. And eventually, the night grows long. I suppose you all prepare yourselves to head out.
Yeah.
All right. So you pack I wouldn't say pack your things, like you didn't like set out and get comfortable, but you get yourselves like all cleaned up, you get ready to leave, and Freese speaks up and says, "Oh, Maya, may I speak with you in private while everybody else leaves?" She'll be out very soon. I promise nothing's gonna happen.
I would hope
I
not.
lean down to Maya just before they go over, and I'm like, remember, it's probably $20 if you suck his dick.
What's $1?
Sorry, gold. 20 gold.
Sweet.
She
Where
pauses
am
for
I?
a moment, looks at Audra, and is just like, okay, I'll keep it in mind.
Oh my god.
I give them a nod.
So everybody else leaves the room. Maya, it's just you and Freese now sitting in this large banquet hall. He gets up and kind of like adjusts his robes a bit, and he says, "You are curious about the painting of my father."
Yeah, about that. I am sorry if I upset you or made you uncomfortable with that question.
Oh, you're fine. It's fine, truly. Do you want to know why that is there? That little blemish on his beautiful portrait.
Did you throw that?
I didn't throw. I stabbed it into his brain like I was actually killing him myself.
Can I ask why you have such a detest for your father?
Well, you see, you can tell that he's half elven, right?
Yeah, he's you don't exactly look alike.
Oh, well, I am still his biological son. Just, the tiefling appearance can sometimes be spontaneously created. It's not necessarily a issue with genetics. I know tieflings will often... the tieflings do create more tieflings, but sometimes it pops up spontaneously. According to my father, this was not the case, and that my mother was a cheating whore.
Oh,
Woof!
Youch.
I was mistreated all my
I
life by that bastard of a man who would leave home, murder people, steal their things, and come back to decorate the house with it. He died in a coma, and I forged his fucking will to give me all of his money. Nobody will ever believe you.
I will never tell a soul.
Much
As far
appreciated.
as I know, you are someone who doesn't know what they're doing. And you are being run by your staff.
I am being run by my... Oh, brilliant. Of course. I'm just a bachelor.
I can't stand thieves.
That's why I'm trying my best to give back.
Good. Then we'll get along swimmingly. By the way, you're very handsome for a tiefling. I've never met one before.
He dramatically places his hand over his heart and he's like, "Oh my, thank you so much. It means truly the world, and I gotta say, you are quite beautiful for a halfling dwarf."
She pauses for a moment. You know my mum, right?
A little bit. I know of Jonah's wife, Dahlia.
Yeah. Since you confess that to me, can I be completely honest with you, sir?
Of course.
The most I'm looking to get out of this is a pardon.
He raises an eyebrow. I assume there's a reason why you're no longer living in Avitas?
I was framed for a murder.
He grins. And that is where we're going to end our session for the night.
Oh my god! That was so that's such a good fucking place to end.
Thank you. Thank you, Jack.
I'm
You're welcome.
so excited.
That was fun.
Ah!
That is why I wanted to do double D&D so bad. I love this character.
I'm so excited. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So how
I'm gonna
are you
hop
guys
off. I have to go
feeling?
to bed.
Oh, go
Hey.
ahead. Absolutely.
No. I am loving this so much. Thank you, Jack. This is a very fun game. I'm having a great time playing Maya.
loving it.
Yay!
I'm gonna pop
glad
off.
you guys
though.
like
I have
it.
work tomorrow.
Alright, good night.
I also
Bye,
have work
guys.
tomorrow, but
Oh, he's a little fucked up, actually.
I'm having a great time. But I'm gonna go. Goodbye.
All right. Is this your
Bye.
response to freeze?
Yeah.
He's a little fucked
It's a
up,
little fucked up,
actually.
actually. All right.
Just-
Everybody have a good night.
Alright, good
Good
night.
night.
Bye.
Bye.